Masonry Trivia Part 1. This is a beginner question. Besides being a little rusty, what kind of trowel is this? Be as specific as you can. Let me know down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 2. This is an intermediate question. Cutting a block in half is the most common cut you'd make on a block. What's the second most common cut? I'm looking for two measurements and the reason behind it. Put your answers down in the comments along with the reason why. Masonry Trivia Part 3. This is an advanced question. This is a bag of type S masonry cement. This is a 1 cubic foot bag. What is the volume of lime and the volume of Portland cement in this bag? Let me know down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 4. This is an intermediate question. I have a modular ruler and a brick spacing ruler. Most standard brick are laid on a modular 6. Well, if we have to get up or down in height, we might use a spacing ruler. What two numbers on your spacing ruler does a modular 6 fall between? Put your answer down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 5. This is a beginner question. This is a timed question. You have 3 seconds to answer it. A wall is 70 feet tall. How many courses of block work are in that wall? 105. The way to do that so quick, take the overall height, figure out what half of that is. Half of 70 is 35. Add them together. 105 courses. Use that for any number. A wall is 37 feet tall. What's half of 37? 18 and a half. 18 and a half plus 37 equals 55 and a half. That means we have 55 courses of block work plus a half high. Now you know. Masonry Trivia Part 6. This is an intermediate question. This is a common stone pattern on this wall. What's this called? What kind of pattern is this? What is the other common pattern in stonework? Let me know down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 7. This is an advanced question. Here we have a whole bunch of yellow bar sand. Well, what's the difference between bar sand and concrete sand? And why do they do that? Let me know down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 8. This is a beginner question. What part of your trowel shares its name with a part of a brick? Put your answer down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 9. This is a beginner question. What are the 6 positions that a brick can be laid in? A shiner is a backwards brick, and that's not one of the positions that I'm looking for. Let me know your answers down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 10. This is an advanced question. Back in the day, blocks were made 18 inches long. That's before they switched over to the modular measurement of 16 inches nominally for block work. The question is, why was it easier to estimate for block work back in the day? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 11. This is a beginner question And an intermediate question. This is a paver patio. What type of pattern is this? And what is the benefit of using this type of pattern? Let me know down in the comments. Masonry trivia, part 12. This is an advanced question. What kind of trowel is this? Let me know down in the comments. Be as specific as you can. Masonry trivia, part 13. This is an advanced question. You're building a 3-story apartment building. The foundation walls are 12-inch block that later will turn to 6-inch block with the 2-inch insulation and a brick veneer above grade. As a rule of thumb, how thick should the concrete footing be and how wide should the concrete footing be? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Masonry trivia part 14. This is an intermediate question. When building scaffold, we need to stick to a 4-to-1 ratio for height to how wide the scaffolding is. Meaning every 4 feet in height we go, the scaffold needs to be at least 1 foot wide, unless it's tied into the building. What other common item that sort of has to do with scaffolding also has a 4-to-1 ratio when setting up? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Masonry trivia part 15. This is an advanced question. The question in regards to equipment. Here we're looking at a grout mixer or a concrete mixer. This has a gasoline engine. Why do small gasoline engines have 2 oil fill areas with 2 dipsticks, 1 on each side? Why do they do that? Why isn't there just 1? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Masonry trivia part 16. This is a beginner question. What tool is this? It usually has a short pole attached to it and is used by laborers. I've never seen one of these used in the US. I have seen it used over in England. You tell me the name of it and what it's used for. Let me know your answers down in the comments. Masonry trivia part 17. This is an intermediate question. I'm holding 2 different tools in my hands, but both of them have a similarity. What are the names of these 2 tools, and which one of these is more accurate? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Masonry trivia part 18. This is a beginner question. This has to do with safety. I'm holding earplugs and earmuffs. Earplugs get inserted into the ear canal. Earmuffs go around your ears. Which of these offers better hearing protection? Which one of these is safer and why? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Masonry trivia part 19. This is a beginner question. I have a ball of line or ball of string in my hand. How can I quickly tell if this string line is of good quality or not? How can I tell if this string line would be useful being pulled over a long stretch of wall? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 20. This is an advanced question. Here we have two different vacuums. This one is like a traditional shop vac, a traditional vacuum. This one is a HEPA vac. HEPA, H-E-P-A. That stands for High Efficiency Particulate Arrestant. What are the three major differences between these two vacuums? What does a HEPA vac do that a traditional vacuum doesn't do? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 21. This is a beginner question. Tell me all you can about this blade, what it goes on to, and what it's used for. This is a fat boy, about 1/4 inch thick. Why is this blade so thick? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 22. This is an advanced question. This is what's called a calcium silicate unit, but that's not what it's commonly called. I want to know what it's commonly referred to and what it's used for. Let me know your answers down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 23. This is an intermediate question. This stonework is a special type of mortar joint profile. What is that joint called? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 24. This is a beginner question. Mortar is classified into 5 categories, and they're separated by strength, how strong they are, what their compressive strength is. Can you tell me the 5 classifications of mortar in order from strongest to weakest, and what's an easy way to memorize that order? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 25. This is an advanced question. On the job site, you're going to hear the terms expansion joint and control joint, and you're going to hear them used interchangeably. But you shouldn't. Those are two different things. Can you explain the difference between a control joint and an expansion joint? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 26. This is a beginner question. I've never seen this type of trowel used before. What type of trowel is this? And what might it be used for? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 27. This is an intermediate question. This is a short piece of rebar. This piece of rebar has the number 4 stamped in the side of it. The question is, can you tell me what the diameter is of this piece of rebar? And how did you know that? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 28. This is a beginner question. This is a version of a split face block, or you might call it a rock face block. These types of block were popular back in the 90s. They were used for decorative purposes on the outside of buildings. This particular block has these lines, these grooves going down the face of it. What are these grooves called? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Masonry Trivia Part 29. This is a beginner question, although experienced masons have messed this up. What's the difference between Portland cement and masonry cement? Let me know your answer down in the comments.